mean, that's tough to say because we saw Nova Esports pull in the perfect war yesterday. I want to say that's what it has to take, but with Tribe Gaming, we saw some inconsistency in their star count. So at very least, I always say that lucky number, magic number is 13, but I think 14 stars this war is the number that you want to try and go up against with this caliber level of players. And with that, we're going to be kicking off, coming in to Itsu's attack here. Yes. What do we have again, Carbon?
Wow, Itsu is kicking off this war with the Super Witches right where they left off in the last war. Usually, we tend to see Nick coming in with the first attack for Tribe Gaming, but they are switching it. This is the elimination match. If you lose, you are out of the competition, and this is the final opportunity for Tribe Gaming here to try to advance and try to get to the next day. With the Warden Walk starting off to grab all the top defenses and buildings, then you can set up the Super Witches to make their way towards the Town Hall, and he does have one jump to try to get into the core.
Yeah, one jump to get into the core of the base. We've got those open outlying walls to work through, help some of those Super Witches weave in and out, similar to what we see with the regular witch position here. But one thing I've got to say is we've got a pretty good hit rate, and I don't know if we're going to see the same thing moving around for this one. Pekka moving in and taking the lead here, but we've got to get the pathing inside this Town Hall chamber.
Wow, yeah, we did see defensive headhunters come out, pops that war internal tone, which wall breakers are going all the way through to the middle of the base, and they break through there as the Super Witches can now have access to the other side. The King was trying to get to that multi-target Inferno on the left, but there he is. He's pushing his way in with the Super Witches. The Eagle did lock onto some of them, but those wall breakers opened up the outside, which means now the Queen is pushing her way around. Now the World Champion is pushing her way down to the bottom side as well, but can he have the momentum get to the bottom to the multi down there?
This assist from the Royal Champion, sparing a few witches along the core of the base. We've got an assist here. This is turning a bit sloppy, sloppier than Itsu would hope for, but it may stand, I want to say a little bit of a chance, but it's not looking like it. We went, unfortunately, from yesterday with having 100% hit rate on these Super Witches to potentially turning around and not seeing this go through. We still have 1:05 on the clock here, though. It's just got to take a little bit more push on this back end, but having a multi on the back end isn't too cumbersome for this.
Yeah, he's going to push through, but the Queen is about to go down here. Does have only one healer, needs to take... Yes, he did take out the Royal Champion. He's got a few of these big boys from the Super Witches trying to push their way through, but the Queen steps out of here, still has one wizard to deploy. What is it? There's just no, oh my, there's no way, right? The Super Witches are coming around. This Queen, that dies off. And now the Super Witch is going to the outside here.
Yeah, having that Queen survive could have been key to getting this done. We see with the update, just having a little extra housing space has lent itself to not creating too many issues for a time fail factor, though so much went wrong with this, and it is shaping up to still be a time fail at that one, that this really could have been a successful raid for Itsu. So just... yeah, I mean, like, things go wrong. You've got to watch from the start of this raid.
Yeah, you got to see, he still managed to put it up to a 93% 2-star, and he did lose a few of those healers in the very beginning to a Seeking Air Mine. Those balloons were a little bit late. If he only had those healers stay onto his Queen towards the end there to keep her alive, could have definitely been a triple. That's the thing with Super Witches. They are so tanky. They just seem to stay up for so long in these attacks. Now we're going to see Tomas coming in for Nova Esports, and we're seeing the Zap Lalo, I should say, Lady B.
Yeah, Zap Lalo. This is probably one of my favorite attack strategies because it just really shapes up a different path for an air raid, and it does create a little bit more like you would see a Queen charge portion, so you get some better pathing rather than our typical former hero dive type Lalos, but taking his time, making sure that he aligns this right, that there's no issues, and coming in to take out the clan castle here in the core, but the disbursement helping to pick up a little bit more value along the way.
Yeah, he did take out the clan castle, but one thing I noticed he didn't take out was the sweeper that is pointing down towards 6 o'clock. That is going to definitely hurt part of the Lalo, but there is an Expo that is Air Expo, I should say, that it has been removed. Here comes the Royal Champion, King and Queen, all towards the right side. Going to help try to take down the Scatter Shot, the Inferno Tower, and get all this value here, and then probably help start up the Lalo. But the thing is, doesn't matter where he comes from, the sweepers are pointing in both directions.
Yeah, sweepers are pointing in both directions. That is not ideal for this. There's going to be a lot of resistance for the Loons moving into this raid. We're going to have to see a big push, see if the haste can actually help sweep things across as quickly as possible against that resistance. The Queen hanging on here, but not for long as she gets knocked out by the Scatter Shot. This is not the opener Tomas was hoping to see here, but it could potentially, with some proper navigation, work its way back and around through, except I'm a bit worried about that back end scatter that remains.
Yeah, the thing is, he already popped the Warden ability. Oh, the Tornado Trap grabs the Blimp here, and the Warden ability has already been used, which means these balloons are going to take a massive amount of damage from the Town Hall Explosion. Drops the haste, and there it is, and oh no, he lost a handful, but these balloons, the Scatter Shot is still up. That can absolutely wreck these Loons as they're pushing through the last part of the base.
So much impact remaining from the Scatter Shot, so much damage to this pack of Loons, and we are going to see them fairly clumped up together. I don't even know that they're going to make it to the impact of the Scatter Shot as they move across to the splash damage from this Wizard Tower. An incredible sweep across. If the Scatter Shot had gone down, this still almost stood a chance, even with the Warden ability coming off early. I mean, these are some key moves. It's everything. You take everything you have in these matches to keep it moving along. But we do have some more assistance coming in from the Dragon and the Pups. 40 seconds remain here. I'd like to say if he plays his cards right, this could stand a chance. I mean, we've seen anything possible, including in yesterday's match with the Queen coming in clutch. But Carbon, I don't know that this is going to be the one.
At this point, he's looking to just grab percent because that Dragon's going to die off here. It does have the Tesla Farm, which is going to absolutely wreck the Dragon, and this Grand Warden needs to get towards a 93%. He's getting ever closer to try to match what Itsu put up for Tribe Gaming. 91. Can he? Oh, down goes the Warden there, and only a 91 here. Man, Banks, it's starting off with two stars here.
Yes, two high percentage 2 stars. Thomas 95, an impressive way of adapting on the fly there for him. Is everything kind of kept going wrong and he kept having to adapt. And you know what? Bringing in a 91% 2-star after all of that happening during your attack is actually very impressive. So we're both pretty much level pegging the opening of this war. And only a 2% difference here and 2 stars on the board apiece. But there's still a lot of war left to go, Lady B.
Yeah, plenty more left to go. This is shaping up to be exactly what we were hoping to see coming in from both Tribe Gaming and from Nova. Great attacks, but equally those great defenses. But we've got Nick coming in, and Nick pulling in those triples in yesterday's war. We're going to have to see if that's what he can bring back around to try and keep that dominating lead right now. And dominating by just a couple of percent is a big difference in these types of wars, especially considering the meta right now. So zaps out, we've got more Super Witch action, but we're going to have to see if it's going to be a different result than what we saw for Itsu early on here.
Nick coming in with the Super Witches. I am very surprised that we're not seeing a Lalo attack coming in from Nick, but the wall breaks were down. He's trying to get his way in. There's a Tornado Trap, and one wall breaker just opens this compartment. No, the healers pulled a Sinking Air Mine. He's just going to try to overwhelm and get this Town Hall down. He still has a Warden Internal Tome still to use. There is the jump into the Eagle Artillery. Very nice value. The Warden ability has been popped. Well, let's see. He needs to continue this charge all the way through.
Yeah, this is starting to shape up a little bit better. We still have the P.E.K.K.A up, though. He's going to get roasted here. The Hogs coming in for the assist, taking the charge, taking the lead as the Royal Champion works directly behind, keeping her safe so her ability can be used to the tail end of this raid. We've got that switch over from the healers to the witches. This is looking hopeful for Nick, but he's got to keep the momentum moving along and hang on to that freeze just as long as possible for the back back end here.
Yeah, still has a road champion ability. Those hogs got roasted from the top side, but he was able to manage to get a ton of value. Road champ's ability goes off as the cannon is gone, which means he did damage and skipped onto the single target inferno. That is huge here with a freeze left. The road champion can lock onto it next. Where's she going? Oh, she's going to the single. Yes, she does indeed. Hanging on to every single bit, and down goes the single target inferno with the queen ability. This is looking like a 3-star from Nick for Tribe Gaming.
A 3-star indeed, and not a use of this freeze in the back end of the base. Some freeze swag coming down, drops it here just for style points. But man, Nick coming in where needed at this point.
Wow, unbelievable. Nick coming in with the Super Witches. We've been seeing the Super Witches coming in from Tribe Gaming. I believe they're the only ones to be using them here in the qualifiers, and they are doing a fantastic job. Yeah, Itsu fell short with his in the previous attack for Tribe Gaming, but still, Nick coming in, which I was unexpected. I thought he was going to come in with some sort of Lalo attack, but now Nova Esports looking to answer the call, and they are coming in with another Zap Lalo.
Yeah, more Zap Lalo action. This is a surprising turn because we do get to see the witches coming from Tribe. Very unexpected. We get to see the Lalos coming in from Nova. Zapquake coming down to take out that clan castle, which ideally typically means we want to see a bit of a push coming in from the heroes from that side, but it doesn't look like that as the king takes the lead working across, and the ice golems are pretty far spread out here to open up some nice line of pathing. This is going to shape up for a very interesting Lalo.
Yeah, he's going to be able to have his Royal Champion grab the multi-target Inferno at 9 o'clock. He's going to be able to take down the Eagle Artillery, and if the Queen does walk up, she can grab a scatter shot. That is a ton of value, and only one Inferno Tower standing, and there will be one back and scatter. This is looking really good, but there is a Tesla farm that did pop. The Queen's going to be able to... No way. The Queen's going to grab the Teslas, the Sweeper, Air Expo. This is what an OP value from these heroes.
This opener is insane. So calculated, knowing he could get his queen in there to take out that air sweeper from where he'd be cutting across from. Thinking about every single component here, we do have the Stone Slammer coming down to take the charge, take the lead as they work through, and he sets his Lalo action in place. Now we do have a little bit of a path to worry about in the center of the base as we have some Teslas moving along, but I think with the push that he's got going on with this Lalo, we'll see an easy shape up navigation coming in, and we do have to see those freezes remain because we've got the scatter on the back end to still worry about. This is shaping up nicely, but we still have the Queen to worry about.
Yep, he did pop that War Internal Tome over the rage, and he not only got the balloons under the rage with the one, but he also used the headhunters to clip and take out that Queen with another 2 freezes and haste here to use. Oh my goodness, this is looking crushed. He's going to use the freeze. The scatter's going to go down. He's going to take down the Wisp Tower. Beautiful answer from Nova Esports. There's just a few defenses left. There's no way to take down this giant group of balloons here.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine this going down. The only problem is the resistance, but the Warden comes in. There was plenty of time to work their way through, and even with the King here, who's going to try and loop them around, cause some problems, it's not going to be an issue. Garrick's dropping the hammer, trying to keep this as close as possible here in the end. I gotta say, I love to see these wars where it's just a back and forth, a bit of that ping pong action saying, you're gonna bring it, and so are we. Banks, this is what we want to see.
Yes, exactly. Back and forth, you are correct. Nova Esports and Tribe Gaming going toe-to-toe, opening up with high percentage 2 stars, and now both of them getting a triple. It is still most definitely anyone's war here, Carbon.
Absolutely. They needed to answer Nick's triple. Tribe Gaming does have the advantage now with percentage. We were looking at the replay with that Warden ability under the rage. Not only did he grab that, but he also dropped the headhunters, and he popped the Warden ability, which was clutch to help take down that enemy queen. It was just a beautiful plan right there.
Yeah, beautiful plan moving along. We're seeing some incredible stuff, but I'm wondering what the trend is going to be for Tribe, because 2 for 2 we've gone with these witch attacks, and guess what, Carbon?
Oh,
we are seeing more Super Witch action here. This must be what they've been preparing for. This must be the blind spot of base building. Now, like we said, while Itsu did not pick up that 3-star, we saw great percentage moving along from it, and they are seemingly finding that factor that they think is going to inch them along for the win here.
Yeah, and they know since this is the last qualifiers that they can play and that they're going to go in with whatever they think is going to work. They don't care if they're doing all the same attack strat. They're going for the 3-stars. They're going to try their absolute best to try to qualify here in, well, it would be tomorrow. They're trying to advance to then. But here comes the Super Witches pushing their way through. Oh, no. The Queen's ability was forced early here. The Super Witches are coming through. He needs to get his way towards the Town Hall here. But that early Queen ability is going to hurt so much here.
And he's got an entire Tesla farm down at the 9 o'clock side of the base. The P.E.K.K.A goes down to it. He's not going to have anything to really help with the funnel except the Hogs and the Royal Champion. But that is going to fizzle out a lot of what he had hoped to pick up here. The main thing is keeping that momentum moving along as quick as possible, hoping that he can get as much value along the outer edge without having the P.E.K.K.As and Wizards moving along there. But it does take a nice crossover, and this does start looking like it could have what it needs, but we don't have that Queen ability, and that is key, Carbon.
Yeah, the biggest threat now is that single target on the backside. The one Super Witch went down, another Super Witch got locked onto by that single target Inferno. It needs these big boys to get locked onto, but the thing is, no more ability for that Royal Champion. So that Warden is actually helping snipe this single, but the RC is going to go down here. He's got a minute left. Is it just going to be enough? He's trying his best to push his way through.
This opens up a huge door for Nova now. This defense could be massive for them. We've got 58 seconds left to go, though. It's Carbon. I worry always about this time factor, especially because we've got to work our way through, around, down, and it is a slow-moving raid, but this stands a chance.
Yeah, it does. Everything is reachable here. Actually, the biggest threat is that Wizard Tower that's inside because these walls are open here. So these big boys are going to walk around. This Grand Warden is helping so much from these Super Witches. The minion goes in, down goes the minion. The Grand Warden, these Super Witches are grabbing the Wizard Tower. This is looking really good for a 3-star here for Lex.
Lex coming through, dropping the 3-star, leading his team to continue holding on to what they need here. This is the percent lead they're hoping to continue moving along, keeping this super interesting with the Super Witches.
That is 3 attacks for Tribe Gaming coming in, all Super Witches, and he's coming in. They came in with 2 triples. These Super Witches have been overlooked by every single other clan, and only Tribe has been using them. So we're going to see if Tribe is going to continue with the Super Witches. But Nova is up next, and now they need to answer with another 3-star to even be close, because they'll still be down by percent, Lady B.
Yeah, what I find very interesting, though, in the strategy that we're seeing is that it's not necessarily a time fail factor, even if a few things go wrong, though we did see that for Itsu with having to force the Warden ability a little bit early, but with Lex having to force that Queen ability early, it still did not play that much of an impact here. A lot of great recovery moving around, but let's see what React has to bring to us. They're sticking to their Zap Quake Lalo here, opening up the core with the Zapquake combo.
Yeah, we have actually, I believe we've only seen 2 different attack strategies so far today. Zap Lalo has been for Nova Esports, Super Witches has been for Tribe Gaming, and this war is still already seeing a bunch of 3-stars coming in. He's going to try to send his king towards this Town Hall since there is an opening in the wall. The Yeti's trying to grab a bit of value here on the outside. This is looking like a great start for the king to grab all this value. Then he does have 1 lightning and a poison spell, potentially for headhunters, super minions that may come out of the clan castle.
Yeah, that lightning spell is key there. We've seen it in use, helping to keep the Warden safely through. So we're going to have to see where that comes into play. But he's taking his time, being patient to move along here, pick up the value needed. And patience is really key in these strategies, making sure that you don't rush any of the steps moving in. Wall break opens up. Next phase rolling through. Ice Golem taking the lead as the Queen works her way in to pick up this value in the 3 o'clock chamber.
Wow, that Ice Golem actually redirected around the wall. I'm surprised it came back to the left. The Queen's going to be able to grab the single target Inferno. The Expo to help set up the pathing. Here comes that Clan Castle. He does pop that Queen ability. He's going to move over to the Grand Warden. He's going to have to lightning this Headhunter. He does. He picks it off. What a lightning spell right there.
Oh, just in time. I was a bit worried coming in easily. Could have snuck through. Warden ability goes up. He brings in Headhunters of his own, keeps them safely through any ground impact so they can pick up maximum damage value. Loons in the core here, though. Oh, and that Eagle raining down.
Yes, he's trying that Eagle Artillery. Wait a second. Whoa, where did everything go? The Eagle Artillery, the World Champion, doesn't go to the Eagle. Now she will. She's going to make her way up top because that's the closest defense. Gets into range, so the Royal Champion is clutching that Eagle. The Stone Slammer is just up. Wow, he was able to just be able to get this one with a Stone Slammer. And his Queen is somehow still alive here.
This Queen wants to live, moves along, helps with the cleanup value here. I cannot get over the fact that those loons in the core got wrecked, rained down on, knocked out, and that Stone Slammer came through to help pull in the 3-star and keep them on the map as far as stars go, but still down ever so slightly on this percent factor, Banks.
0.7% to be precise. That 2% difference in the 2 opening attacks in this war could be the difference maker in favor of Tribe Gaming. It just depends on how these next 2 attacks go. I cannot wait to see this action. I'm literally glued to my screen here, Carbon.
Yeah, it is neck and neck. If Tribe Gaming come out with another 2 triples, they'll take it. It's in Tribe Gaming's court right now, and they have it all if they come in with 3 stars. But if not, then it opens up the door to Nova Esports. We saw Tribe Gaming taking on Nova Esports in the previous qualifiers and did defeat them. Nova Esports are looking for the revenge here. And now we've got EveCheck and Lady B. It is Super Witches again for Tribe Gaming.
No! If you told me we were going to see Super Witches again, I totally would have believed you here. So EveCheck rocking up. I got to say, this has to be a massive blind spot that both teams are seeing in the base building, because we see the continued repetition of these particular attacks coming through. But can EveCheck bring us in, bring Tribe closer to the victory for today's match to move along by securing that 3-star? Pressure is continuously applied here, but he starts off a nice lead with the Warden to lead the way, all pathing together, and we've got a nice double jump action to work its way through the central core of the base.
Yeah, that jump gets its way into the middle with that Warden ability going off. The King is on the outside, already cleared off the CC, so he doesn't have to worry about it. The 2 scatter shots into the middle with the Siege Barracks towards the right side at 3 o'clock. Here he goes. He's pushing his rage. The healers have transferred off to the Super Witches. That is exactly what you want. Drops the freeze spell. Here we go. 1 freeze left. Can he keep these Super Witches alive?
Oh, looks like he can. He's got the assist of the Hogs and RC coming through. I love that this is weighted to one side, that he doesn't have to worry so much about too much of a split. He can keep focus where everything's moving along. We can see the wraparound coming through. The jumps just keep continuation moving along. But we've still got to see that connect making its way to the back end of the base. Hogs raring to go. RC hanging on to her ability. Queen's going down for the count, but the Witches still remain.
Yep. These switches, they need to help take down this multi-target Inferno and that King. They're taking quite a bit of damage. Does use the freeze. Look at that. He was able to keep one of the Super Witches alive, which is going to be potentially clutch. No, one of them does go down. Does have the RC ability, but there is a top single target Inferno still left in the base.
Oh, that single targeting IT gonna be the hurt factor here, especially because it's heavily protected by some other defenses. He drops that Seeking Shield, gets that ability down, but the Royal Champion's not gonna be enough to get it out, but we still have that one Witch that remains. We've got the big boy taking the lead. The Witch jumps in, but she's gonna get targeted by this Grand Warden Tower. She takes it down.
Warden. It's just this single, the Archer Tower, but it's already, no, too bad he wasn't able to help take the Royal Champion ability to help take that down. It's trying to damage the single does go down! No way! What?
This could get it done! The P.E.K.K.A taking on the storages! How? Danny watched yesterday's match! Oh my goodness!
Oh my! The P.E.K.K.A gets locked out by the cannon! It's just the Wizard! No! It's gonna be a 99%, and the big boy was too far away for the distraction, and EveCheck is gonna fall short. That Wizard was just not enough right there.
Was he trying to keep us on the edge of our seats that entire time? Bringing it around, I mean, anything's possible. It stood a chance, but not. Danny's day to get that one done. We're gonna have to see if Nova is going to take advantage of that 1% difference here, Carbon.
Yeah, we're going to see now Nova Esports coming in with the Lightning Dragon attack. We're going to be seeing 6 Lightnings used with 1 Earthquake here, trying to get his value. 1 Ice Golem with 11 Dragons. Got to take note where the sweepers are pointing. They're kind of pointing in different opposite directions, and one of them is kind of towards the Town Hall, but unless he can send the Dragons from the top side, then he won't have to deal with some of these sweepers. But look at the Eagle Artillery is on the complete right side, nowhere near this Town Hall here.
Yeah, he's going for the scatter shot here, disperses the weight of that so he can help open up some of the pathing moving along. And I love the position of this because we've got the multi. This isn't going to pose too much of an impact for the Royal Champion. With the tanking here of the Ice Golem, we've got a nice big push moving along.
Yeah, starting it off, grabbing all this value here with his Royal Champion, does find this Tesla farm to start off, which means he could switch it up if he's going to want to use his King or Queen over here. Nope, still wanted to, it looks like he wants to use the Dragons on this side, and there's a whole right side that can go down easily by this baby dragon. There's no threat to it. The only thing is the Archer Tower over there, but the Dragons are down. They're going to make their way towards this Town Hall. We'll pull out this Clan Castle. Looks like we have some Archers, Super Minions, Headhunters. Once he clears the CC, he can drop the heroes, not worry about a CC coming out. And this King and Queen can get some tremendous value, starting off with the Stone Slam on the top side.
This is going to be huge funnel value, especially with the Stone Slammer now taking the lead here. That baby dragon did some epic work down on the bottom side, though we do see him fizzle out here. King's moving along. The Stone Slammer working its way in. Can this scatter go down? While that freeze was done, no, not quite enough, but he's still got one more freeze to go to try and hang this up. We've got a lot of resistance still moving in. These drags spread around, and we still do have the King and Queen ability that's going to wrap around this corner, but we got to make our way through and contact with that Eagle.
Wow. Look at this. Coming in with these Dragons still up. The Queen is going around. That freeze to help protect that King was huge to get all that value. The biggest threat now is this Eagle Artillery raining fire, but it is an open compartment that King is tanking a little bit with these barbs protecting that Queen. She's going to move around with her ability, and this is looking like a 3-star answer from Nova Esports, which means that 99% that came in from EveCheck was so critical there. Oh my.
More than a 3-star answer. This was a hammer down, and they are ready to go, Banks.
Yes, Matthias saw an opening provided by Tribe Gaming, which was actually really unfortunate. Just that difference maker being that 1-star, that tiny little slither of health that was left on that cannon at the end of that war. So upsetting for EveCheck there, sorry. But Matthias grabbed it with both hands, took the opportunity, and has secured a triple for Nova Esports going into these next attacks here, Carbon.
Yeah, now Tribe Gaming are going to need to get a triple here in their final attack. And we're going to be going into Eve Maxi for the last attack for Tribe Gaming. And look at this. They are using all Super Witches in every single one of their attacks here in day number 2. Starting off with the Grand Warden over at 9 o'clock on the left side, using the Lightning to help take down the single target Inferno in this compartment here. Remember, they have percentage by 0.2%. So if they 3-star, that means Nova pretty much have to get close to a 3 or a super high like 99 there.
Yeah, they're... I know Evechek has to be racking his head. What could I have done differently for that 1%? There really wasn't too much, but Eve Maxi is tasked at trying to hold this on as long as he possibly can, give them what hope that remains. So we use the Super Witches again, coming through. Nice timing on that poison, keeping everything safe, not having to force any abilities too early. So we can use them coming through here from this eagle damage.
Yep, does have that ward, use that ward ability right there into the middle of the base, hanging on to this one jump. Looks like he wants to try to beat through this initial wall here, but he does have a scatter shot that is over on the bottom side. Needs these healers under 4. He needs them under range. He gets through the wall here. If these healers can be under range to help heal off these Super Witches, that's huge. Here comes the Hogs. I'm probably going to use the Royal Champion up top.
Yeah, Royal Champion coming in up top. Hogs taking the lead. Royal Champ, though, comes in on the Tesla farm. This is a perfect position for the Skelly, the P.E.K.K.A to be, to take the lead, keep that RC nice and healthy. This is looking like he has the connection needed, especially with the Queen ability intact here.
The Queen and her ability, Royal Champion ability. This is going to be a 3-star from Eve Maxi and Tribe, going in with 5 attacks of all Super Witches here today, coming away with 3 triples, a 99%, and a high 90% from Itsu, which means it comes down to Nova Esports needing to get basically around 99 or so %, close to a 3-star to win this war here.
I gotta say, Carbon, does this mean we should be using Super Witches at home? Should players just be going automatically to Super Witches? They've gone 4 for 5 or 3 for 5, but having some time fail incidents. But this has been pretty spectacular to see what was kind of unexpected to come out of this update change, and that is more Super Witch action in the making.
Absolutely. We are going to be seeing a bunch more Super Witches, and Tribe's been the only team here in the qualifiers using them, and I know it's going to open the eyes saying, hey, this Super Troop is still here. You can still use it, and it's another viable attack strategy that has been dominating right now, because a lot of bases are trying to defend against Super Minions, the Dragons, and so many different type of attack strategies. It's so hard as a base builder to just try to come up with a base to defend anything nowadays.
Yeah, it is. The meta shifted quite a bit, but it's leaving these openings, and that's what these players actually get to see, is the openings that move along with it, and they can find the weak points here. Quave is coming around, and again, this is another weak point that we were talking about, the Zap Quake Lalo that they've been doing to Tribe Gaming.
So it turns out Nova Esports needs a 100% 3-star to advance and knock out Tribe Gaming. Nothing less than a triple, and here we go. Cuevas coming in with the Zap Lalo, pulls out this Clan Castle. The Wall Wrecker will activate the Town Hall by damaging the wall there, and the Queen is taking a tremendous amount of damage from the Town Hall, but the Ice Golem did end up help freezing the Town Hall. Again, the Valley does not pop the King ability, which means the Queen is going to take more damage from the Town Hall there.
Yeah, hanging on to that ability as long as possible. She gets through just barely. Takes out.
Whoa! Ooh. Town Hall. The Town Hall explosion killed off the Queen right there. That's one of the things. If I'm walking my King anywhere near that Town Hall and it's about to activate, I hit his ability because I want all my Barbarians to soak up that damage from the Town Hall. And that Queen took so much damage. And I think he might want to get even more value there because he even used that Wall Wrecker. But he needs to get a triple, starting the Lalo on the top side. The enemy Queen is still standing all the way on the back side of the space here.
Yeah, adapting on the fly here, knowing that the scatter shot that he ideally might have wanted to go down here, he's got to freeze up, moving along, and we can see the impact that it's causing. The pathing, re-navigating, forcing to the outside edge. Sweepers are going to come into play here, and he's got to drop that last remaining freeze. This has not gone the way that he's hoped for.
No, not at all. You see, he did take the golem inside of his wall record, which means he wanted to get all the way behind that town hall, the air expo, the scatter shot, the sweepers. That's what he wanted to achieve. But since that queen took so much damage from that initially the wall record, activating the town hall since it is touching the wall there, which means he is going to fall short, and Tribe Gaming will be advancing to the next day here. And I cannot believe it. Nova Esports coming in day number 1, starting off the very first war with a perfect war, and then they don't make it past day number 2. That is a complete shock to me.
Yeah, huge turnaround in the tables here, but Tribe definitely had that ace up their sleeve, knowing that if they were going to go down for the count, they were going to dig deep, bring everything they had, bring the super witches along, the unexpected factor that clearly no one was doing much testing against, as we saw against 11 Original, and today against Nova Esports, Banks.
Wow, I mean, Cuevas, one of the most consistent players on the Nova Esports roster, just not managing to secure that triple, and therefore Tribe Gaming will be advancing to tomorrow's playoffs, and that, my friends, was make or break, because Nova Esports now are being sent packing out of this qualifier this month. So what an amazing war to have seen. That is the best session of Clash of Clans I've seen. 13 stars apiece, only winning by just over, well, just under. Oh, wait, no. About 5%. I was about to say 1%. 5%. Each qualifier just seems to be getting more